have to prepare ourselves for. I think also to add to Eric Stokes' situation after him being signed, one thing that a lot of people have said in regards to the Raiders and free agents, is some of these guys just came in just for the bag. You know what I'm saying? And they just came for the money. And the way that I seen Eric Stokes, you know what I'm saying, in the I wish I could pull up the video, you know what I'm saying, of him talking about him being back. Like he wants to be a Raider. You know what I'm saying? You could tell that he wants to be a Raider. And I don't care if Eric Stokes is the number one shutdown corner that we have, or he ends up being the fourth corner, you know what I'm saying, in our depth situation. I want players here that want to be a Raider. And if Eric Stokes, you know what I'm saying, comes in with this deal and wants to be a Raider, hey, I'm all for it. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I feel about Eric Stokes. The thing that I also had kind of questions about in regards to Eric Stokes was I wasn't necessarily sure, you know what I'm saying, after Rob Leonard said he wanted to go to the 3-4, if whatever scheme or however he wanted to do his defense, did Eric Stokes fit that? Well, obviously, if they sign Eric Stokes, whatever Eric Stokes could do or whatever Rob Leonard saw from Eric Stokes, obviously he's comfortable implementing that into whatever schematics Rob Leonard wants to do.
The 3-4, 3-4 defense. I hear you, but the cornerback position is one of the two positions that really don't matter if they fit the scheme when it comes to the 3-4. The DBs don't matter. Corners and safeties, they don't matter when it comes to the 3-4. They're supposed to be able to play coverage point blank. It doesn't matter what formation they're in. They should be able to play coverage point blank. The massive pieces that you want to have that really carry your 3-4 are your linebackers and your nose tackle.
Hey, shout out to everybody in the chat. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Hey, thanks, Dirty, for that information. I'm going to the next person, but the next person in free agency that I believe is for sure for sure with us. And the reason why I put these guys, this is the end of who I think is for sure with us. Okay, and the reason why I say that is because right now we're in the tampering period. I think it's tomorrow. I forgot what time, but I think it's tomorrow where people can actually officially put ink to paper. But right now,
Eastern Standard, East Coast time. You know what I mean?
What time was that again?
1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. 10 o'clock on the West Coast.
Okay, so that'll be the time where people can officially put that to paper. The reason why I'm putting these two guys before I get to the second guy up there is because these are guys that are in-house, you know what I'm saying? And you can take care of business with guys that are in-house, you know what I'm saying? And it's all good. But the guys that are outside, you can't really mess with them in that way until, you know what I'm saying, officially, you can talk to them. And I think they have some Zooms and stuff that you can have conversations with, but you can't do anything outside of those parameters until tomorrow. So guys in-house, you can take care of. And this next guy is a guy that we took care of in-house, and that's Malcolm Koonce. Malcolm Koonce is getting another deal. He came off of a one-year deal, and he's coming in at $11 million. What is your thoughts on Malcolm Koonce? This is a guy that on another guy's chat, I identified as Waldo. You know what I'm saying? Because I was trying to find where Koonce was, you know what I'm saying, in regards to the pass rush. But how did you guys feel about the contract of Koonce at 11, bringing Koonce back for 11 mil?
I think this is his year. I think he fits perfect as a 3-4 linebacker. This could be a way to unlock his potential for sure. On top of he had that injury he was dealing with last year, trying to recover from. He's not fully healthy. It takes a year. I mean, they say, and it's proven year after year, people coming back from ACLs, they're not the same for the first year coming back. So hopefully he gets back to normal form and we get some wins. And he's part of it.
Yeah, no, I didn't like that we paid so much for him last year. You remember me talking about it on the panel, Tuan. I was like, why are we paying this guy so much? Because everybody knows coming into an injury year, it'd have been better for us back. You know, it would have been better if Spytek would have said, I'll sign you to a 2-year front load the deal so that you're going to cost us only like, I don't know, like 8 million, right? And everybody thought I was crazy. And now what happens? Like he showed sparks near the end of the year, but he essentially got a pay cut. He got paid for more for last year's games than he does for this year's game. He got like I think a $1 million or $2 million pay cut. So this is again one of those prove it deals. And honestly, we didn't know that Max was coming right back to us, right? So I think when they signed Kuntz, they were just kind of like, well, worst case scenario is even a training camp. If it doesn't work out, you know, we could have you as a backup because maybe we would have drafted an edge that could have beat you out. Or I think they were playing with him more like, we're going to let you play for your contract. Kind of like, but honestly, like, remember when we had Clavon Chase on, right? I felt like when we had Chase on and then he ended up going to the Patriots, Chase on was more effective than Kuntz was. Kuntz last year. So Kuntz is going to have to prove it this year. Like, are you going to be that effective? But damn, dude, with Nakobe Dean and Quay Walker, Kwity Paye, I was like, bro, on like you were saying too, Nate, on a 3-4, you definitely better do good or you're getting cut or traded, man.
Yeah,
I'm done with. I'm like this with Kuntz. I'm almost done with Kuntz, man. Almost. So.
I think that's the same thing with Spytek. I think Spytek looked at it. The number when you look at the number, I think that's actually pretty much the market for, you know, a rotational guy, you know, secondary rotational guy on your D line. I think this is my speculation. I think this is Rob Leonard telling Spytek, give Kuntz one more chance. You know what I'm saying? I think Rob Leonard has something, you know, that, you know, attached to Kuntz, and I think he believes in Kuntz, and I think that's why, you know, Spytek is like, okay, we'll bring him in, but we ain't giving him a 3-year. We gonna give him another 1 year, and again, you better prove to us, you know, your worth. So it's another prove it year for him. And I had to, I was really hard on Kuntz, but I had to kind of step back too, because I had to remember I kept the same energy in regards to Tyree. You know what I'm saying? I gave Tyree that safe year, you know what I'm saying? Of yeah, he was injured, you know, and let's see what he does. So we're in a situation with Kuntz where, look, this is your last year. Prove it to us, and again, it's barring on his health, right?
Yeah. I'm sorry. I wanted to go last, just so I can sit here and say, y'all making excuses for this dude, bro. Y'all making excuses, man. We gave him a prove it deal last year for 12 mil. I got to give you another prove it deal? You didn't prove nothing. You proved that I should be moving on from you. That's what you proved. And I feel like if Max is actually back, you can part ways with Kuntz. Let Kuntz go. Rescind your contract like the Ravens just did.
Well, you can't. That's the problem, though. Dirty is when it's your own players, you can't rescind those contracts. Those are solid already. So everybody that we re-signed that was with us, I'm gonna
sign you and trade you for a 7th round pick, bro.
He gonna get cut in camp,
bro. I'm gonna sign you and trade you, bro. I'm
gonna sign you and trade you. So you're saying trade the 11 million? I don't know who would be able to take.
Anybody's gonna take that. It's 11 mil. It ain't nothing.
Yeah,
maybe. It ain't nothing.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
It ain't nothing. It ain't nothing. It ain't nothing. Just like his game, it ain't nothing. It ain't nothing.
I can see someone offering the 6th for sure. 7th, yeah.
Yeah.
Are you talking about getting some picks? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Get them 6 and 7s, right? You know what I'm
I'm
saying?
sorry.
And keep
I
them
don't
pushing.
know what people saw from him last year that make you want to keep him around.
You know what it
did
is, Dirty. I'll defend him for a second. In the last like 5 games of the year, you know what I mean? Like that's when you can watch his tape.
I think you
and
got
then
him
you can
confused
kinda-
with Tyree. Because Tyree
Right.
the only one that showed up the last 5 games, bro.
Hey,
He known for that.
Hey,
Tyree
Tyree was
showed up
lightweight
every
getting
year,
busy.
last 5 games, man.
Right.
Tyree
Right.
was lightweight getting busy, dog. Hey, but this is where I'm like, with Kuntz is I do agree with you in regards to I think he didn't show nothing last year. I think what it is, Dirty. I really do think what it
What up,
is
Loon?
is people are so enamored. You know what I'm saying? Like they fell in love with how busy Kuntz got. It went in that moment that he flashed, that they're still holding on to that moment that after he fully heals up, that he's going to flash again and be that, you know what I'm saying? Be that guy that they saw in that flash. And sometimes that can be dangerous.
Yeah.
That it really can. Just being honest.
Yeah, but shit, I need that danger to be consistent. You gonna show up? You gonna show up in garbage time, bro? Come on, man. We all know how we feel about garbage time. It's garbage time. I need you to perform throughout the season, bro. Not the last 5 games of the year, and only give me maybe out of those 5 games, you gave me 6 solid plays. What are we talking about?
I can't defend his play. It was trash, but
Right.
I gotta see
Right.
what it looks like. I gotta see what it looks like when it's healthy before I throw it away.
Hey, when you want to see what it looked like when it's healthy, you give them $6 million to tell them kick rocks, but you don't give them no $11 million contract. When you just came off a prove it deal for 12. I'm gonna give you another prove it for 11.
Like seven would have been cool. Yeah, I agree. I agree.
That out of the transactions that we're gonna talk about today, that was the one I was like, I'm not completely. I don't know how I feel about that one, but
they could trade him away for a 6th or a 7th, and I wouldn't even be mad, bro. I wouldn't even be mad.
Hey, speaking of, you know what I'm saying, this might be the 6-7 live, you know what I'm saying? But we're gonna talk about another 6 and 7 right now. We're gonna talk about this good old Taron Johnson.
Taron. That's the one
that Johnson.
Hey, just real quick though, on the Kuntz thing, real fast.
Yeah.
So I'm reading the details of the contract, Dirty. It's not as terrible as it sounds, because what they did is they front loaded the 11 million. So they guaranteed 10 of it, gave him 5 right off the bat. So he's only costing us 5 million. So if we traded him, we would actually have to trade him, and it's only a 5 million.
So somebody gonna take that for a 6th, 7th.
Right. You know but that's what I mean though, 6, is that 7. Since it's only a 5 million, then might as well keep him and see what happens.
I'll pay $5 million for a draft pick. I'll pay $5 million for a draft pick.
Right. So sorry, Twan. Go ahead though.
No, you good. Thanks for, you know what I'm saying. This is why this is why we got all the, mega minds in here today. You know what I'm saying? Breaking down, giving the Raider Nation, the Raider gospel, you know what I'm saying? Over here at Raider Twan in the congregation. Make sure you guys double tap that screen, all right? And hit that subscribe. So, hey, salute to everybody. Look, hey, I'm gonna get you guys in the chat. Don't think I'm gonna ignore you guys. I'm trying to pull up slides, and I got my boys over here, so I'm doing a whole bunch of stuff. But hey, I didn't forget about y'all. I'm definitely gonna get into the chat and hear your Raider gospel. Make sure you guys put your comments, questions, and all that stuff, because we will be talking about that stuff. Back to the 6-7 theme at this point. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna talk about Taron Johnson. The Raiders give a 6th pick, you know what I'm saying? A 6th round pick, and we receive a 7th round pick, okay? for Teron Johnson out of the Bills. Now, Teron Johnson is a corner, 5'11", you know what I'm saying, 192 pounds, okay? How y'all feeling about Teron? What y'all think about Teron? If
He's
I'm
better
saying
than-
his name wrong. Right.
Yeah. I think it's Taron Johnson, but
Okay.
he's better than Nate Hobbs. He showed out with the Bills last year. I like him as a nickel. He's definitely one of them dudes that can lock in on a ball, right? He intercepts well, but he's perfect. He's perfect for the system we're going to end up running anyways. And you know, he's not even that expensive. He's actually kind of cheap for a nickelback. So I'm good with it. I'm good with that one.
I think money wise, just to add that, I think he's 8.6 or something. I believe somewhere around that frame. So yeah,
I heard he's like the best slot in the league. So it's crazy that the Bills let him walk out the door.
They couldn't afford it.
Yeah, that's good. Teams keep players in the house. So I don't know. It's good for us. I'm not mad at it at all.
His contract was too high for the Bills, and they were actually about to let him go. They were actually about to cut him.
$8 million? Did you say $8 million too high? Best corner?
No. So the way
best
they
slot
did it,
corner?
the way the Raiders did it is they signed him to a 3-year. So they did a trade. It's like a and then as soon as he came, then they signed him. So they locked him in for 3 years. But they did the same thing like they did with Kuntz. They front loaded.
Guaranteed money.
This is what I was saying last night, Angelo, and nobody wanted to listen to me. That the Raiders are known for front loading contracts,
right?
Guaranteed.
Giving most of your contract in your signing bonus.
I'm listening to the wording now.
Right.
It's like,
no, but you know what it is too, Dirty? Like that's why I defend Mark Davis all the time. It's like all that money's coming from him, bro. Like, why are you guys so mad at him? Like he's sitting there literally giving it away. He's just giving it. He's just giving away money.
He's front loading contracts on signing bonuses, bro.
Right.
You know what I mean? And he's saving. That's why when I woke up this morning and I saw that the number, bro, we had $82 million when I woke up this morning. After spending $213 million yesterday, we still had 82. You know what I mean? We still got more money in the league than anybody else. Right? We just waiting on people to go out here and fill their offers. You know what I mean?
Right.
I'm surprised that nobody really came to terms today with anybody. You know what I mean? As far as I know, I didn't see really nobody getting signed. I see a lot of players on the trade wire after yesterday.
I think this Max shit shook everything up for sure. Everybody.
This was so late in the day. I don't think it shook anything up. It may have shaken things up for tomorrow.
We heard about it later in the day, but it was circulating. Believe it was circulating.
Well, for example, here's what's crazy, right? So tomorrow is when that 10 o'clock Pacific time hits, that 1 p.m. Eastern. Like the Cowboys, for example, they're still in the red. They needed everybody who's in the red would have had to completed all their restructures because by league rules, you can't be in the red. You have to be in the black. So that everybody, when that's why everybody's like, a lot of the reports you're gonna listen to or hear about is, oh no, the Raiders are in trouble. Oh my God, what do they do? They're gonna be in the red tomorrow. It's like, no, they're not. They're gonna call up Colton Miller and they're gonna say, brother, I need you to restructure. I need you to restructure, or I'm not even playing around. You about to get cut hard. So I need you to restructure. And then Cole Miller will be like, yeah, I'll restructure. Ain't no thing with me. No problem. Boom. Restructure. You restructure a couple of these guys and we're good. You know, even if Max doesn't restructure.
See, the good thing is the Raiders didn't have to do that this year.
Oh, what's that?
One good thing. Huh?
Oh, about what? Restructuring?
Restructuring. We didn't have to restructure shit this year.
Well, yeah. No, I know. But like right now, but right now, Dirty, it's like if let's say Max is back on the books, I think we still end up a little bit on the red. So there's gonna need to be some haggling. But I'll look it up again. But I'm pretty sure
in order for Max to come back now, I mean he's back. You know what I mean? Because the trade was.
But in order for us to pass the league rules tomorrow.
But the Raiders if he stays, if they can't find a trade partner, he is going to get forced to restructure his deal.
Oh, okay. All right.
He's going to get forced to restructure his deal simply because there are reports, and maybe some people know it, some people don't. There are reports that his knee may need another surgery.
Oh.
And that way he may not be ready until July, August.
We'll break that down a little further.
So, yeah, when we get into talking about him, I'll let you know what I know.
All right, that's good, Dirty. That's good info. Yeah.
So we and this is where, you know what I'm saying, the 6-7 show continues. We had Teron, however you want to call it, Johnson, and you know I can't spell. Obviously, I put a 9 in between the sun. But hey, public school education. Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and go
to the 408 school system.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? East Side Unified, you know what I'm saying?
Let me speak on Teron real quick before we jump
I'm sorry, go ahead, brother. Yeah. Go ahead.
So reviewing his film, you know what I mean? He is a really good slot corner.
Yeah.
I don't know so much about the interceptions.
The best,
but he does have a lot of pass breakups.
Pass breakups.
You know what I mean? He can get his hands on the ball. He may not secure it, but he does have the ability to break up passes. He is sticky in coverage. It's not a lot of people that can separate from him. He plays underneath really well. He is a slot corner that's not afraid to go in and sack the quarterback. He is exactly what Nate Hobbs was, but better.
Yeah, and more reliable. Dirty. Yeah. More reliable.
He's just a better player overall. He's exactly what Nate Hobbs was for us, but better. And that's why we're not looking at Nate to come in here.
I mean, Nate could come in on a minimum to try out if he wants to.
I'm good. I told y'all when he got hurt, I said, I don't know if this kid's ever gonna bounce back from that. And he hasn't.
True.
And he hasn't.
He did.
So I'm good. You know what I mean? Carolina, obviously, they pulled a rabbit out their ass and let him go. You know what I mean? Because they know he's no good anymore. He's damaged goods. So they cut ties on injury on based on injury.
Yeah,
right. I'm not picking that up.
With Teron, or I'm gonna make sure I get his name right because I hate when people. Teron. Okay. Okay. With Teron, look, I'm gonna say it like this, and this is my pure. This is the most purest Raider gospel you gonna hear from me. Anything's better than Darnay Holmes. Okay, so if he better than Darnay Holmes, I'm all for it. Because again, when Darnay Holmes is out there, yeah, I might need to have a nurse next to me.
Hey, Twan, I'm with you. You know what I mean? I'm like Devin the Dude once said, anything is plenty, man. Half is better than nothing at all.
Hey, and this is where, like I said, the 6-7.
I just drink some water after that shit.
gets a little, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna say a little freaky. Hey, look what Spy Tech did. Okay, Teron, we give up a 6, right? We receive a 7. Okay, and then we flip that, get rid of Geno, and what do we give up? A 7. And what did we receive? A 6. Okay, what kind of tomfoolery, pulling the magic rabbit out of the hat situation is this, brothers? I know Nate's happy, but please talk about it, brothers. How did we flip? How did we get a corner and then get rid of our quarterback and for some reason not lose picks at all?
Yeah, no, the contract. I thought there was. I mean, again, this is what I mean about like Spy Tech. I think last year he was really handcuffed versus this year he's really acting like he's the boss. And I feel like he's built enough long-term relationships that he could call dudes like with the Jets or call dudes with Tampa Bay and just be like, hey man, straight up, look, we're gonna drop this guy anyway, but you need that quarterback, like a bridge type, and he'll be cheaper for you. How about we just do it this way? And in fact, it isn't even so much that we got the pick swap. We also ended up saving like 1.3 million on top. So if we would have just straight up dropped them, we would have ate his whatever 18 something million, and then we would have saved 8 million on the cap. But by doing the trade, they did that little finagle on the numbers, so we actually saved 9.3 million on the cap for dropping Geno. And that when that becomes final, that helps with keeping Max Crosby also.
Yeah.
So
You got it. You also, so like I said, when we woke up this morning, because we haven't spent the dime today, we haven't signed anybody today. We ain't picked up nobody. So when I woke up this morning, we had $82 million to still spend in free agency, according to the books. So even if Max came back today and you took 30 mil out of that, you still got $52 million. Most teams in the NFL don't have more than $27 million left right now. You know what I mean? So we still have a lot of money. You know what I mean? And like I said, when we get into that subject, we'll talk about that subject. But as for Geno, I didn't know you could trade a player that you released. I had no idea you could trade a player that you released. But I guess you can.
Yeah.
And
Well, and Dirty, I think to answer that question, this is why I talk about the whole clarifying, because you got all these channels that go out there and say, oh, Geno's out of here, and Geno's not technically out of here because we're tampering. You know what I'm saying? This is the tampering period. This is not where the ink has dried on the paper. Geno is technically still, you know what I'm saying, was still under our possession at that time. We're talking about Geno was released. That the whole Jets calling us and having that conversation, they had to give us a pick. They had to give us picks in order for us to let him go, because again, he was still in our possession. We haven't fully released him yet.
It's crazy. I was kind of on Spytek's head a little bit, considering last year we were the worst team in the league, and he had something to do with it. So I was kind of tough on him, but after yesterday, it was today's been a roller coaster of emotions, but yesterday was pretty impressive. So I'll give him his credit for sure.
For sure, Lou. I thought they released him, but I guess they didn't. So since we on the Spytek conversation, you know what I mean? Yeah. I'm gonna tell you how I feel real quick. You know what I mean? And how I'm looking at it and what I see. I feel like last year, you guys say he was handcuffed. In a sense, he was, because he didn't have his coaching staff in place, right? They didn't have it in place in a timely manner for free agency or really.
Hey, it sounds like you're making excuses for him.
No. Listen to what I'm saying. Let me finish. All right. You also had a coach here that, as much as he is respected and honored and loved in the NFL, you had a coach here that a lot of players didn't want to play for. You know what I mean? And that's just being real about it. There's a lot of players that just didn't want to come here because they didn't want to play for Pete. You know what I mean? He was hard pressed to make deals with other teams because some of these players were vetoing, like, no, I don't want to go there. And they have that power, right? Or your free agency, you know what I mean? It's like, no, I don't want to go there. You know what I mean? I don't give a shit how much money they throw at me. I want to go somewhere where I feel like there's a culture to win. Well, this year they have that. They have a coaching staff full of people who are respected and that people want to play for in this league. You know what I mean? I.e., reason why we got Nakobe Dean is because of Ronell, our linebackers coach, who was the linebackers coach for Philly last year. This is a guy Nakobe Dean knows, he likes, they have a rapport. I want to play for him. He's in the silver and black. I want to be in the silver and black. You know what I mean? Also, along the lines of other coaches that we have, they have ties to some of these players already. You know what I mean? They know them, either they played against them a lot or they coached them, you know what I mean, at some point in time. So I feel like this year, with the coaching staff that they chose to put on the field to guide our players to success, is something that these players want to be behind. So the players that are signing are players that are already bought into the culture of the coaching staff, because, well, not all of the coaching staff, but certain people on the coaching staff, because they already know how they get down.
Yeah, I think, and I think,
well,
go ahead.
Barring we succeed, if we don't succeed, everything we're saying is for nothing. So like it all comes down. We just got to win. Just win, baby.
Yeah, and we're there's a lot of moves that have been made. And we'll definitely get into to that discussion, because I think it goes into, one of the bigger moves that happened today is, what I'm saying, Max Crosby, the Condor, was flying out of here to Baltimore for the first round, 14th pick overall for this draft. Then we get another first round pick in the second, and then all of a sudden it got voided. What are your thoughts, brothers, on that situation, Max Crosby? Now, I will tell you what happened to me when I first found out this news. I periodically will do mock drafts to kind of see where we are, and especially since we had the 14th pick, I was playing around with the variables after some of the acquisitions that are still, the ink hasn't dried up on, you know what I'm saying? Like the Nakobe Deans and some of those guys. I'll be like, okay, we got linebackers. Okay, maybe we need to address corner. Is corner going to be there at 14? We still don't have a nose tackle. Is nose tackle, you know what I'm saying? Is a good nose tackle going to be there at 14? So I was trying to play with the mock draft situation. And as soon as I put in Raiders and put go, I'm like, okay, the obvious one, Fernando. Everybody wants Fernando. I'll make everybody happy. Select Fernando. But then I'm really trying to look at that 14th, and I'm like, why did it pass up the 14th? Why was my next pick the 36? And that's when all the other notifications, Bleacher Report, Twitter, and everything else started popping up that
crazy
that it got voided. So, you know what I'm saying? The 14th pick is not here. But what are you guys feeling about the whole Max Crosby situation, brother?
I was driving home from work, and I got the notifications, and my phone was going crazy. And at first I was like, I was a little upset, like, oh, it's some Raider shit. This always happens to the Raiders, of course, like, And then I kind of thought about it, like, if he sticks around, then it's not too bad. We got a defense now. And then I still thought, well, we can still put him on the trade block. But then more recently, it sounds like we're going to keep him. I guess somebody came out with a report that we're going to try to get him healthy, and he's a Raider now or something like that. It's something along those lines. But it's never a dull moment.
People mad at me, but I figure we'll just wait till we get to that point.
I'd like to see it work out. I'd like to win with Max, but if it's an issue, if you don't want to be here, then I don't want him here. But if it sounds like he wants to be here, then hey, it's meant to be.
Yeah, look, like I was saying before, man. Just this weekend was a huge fight weekend here in Vegas. We had the boxing. We had Zuffa boxing on Sunday. We had the UFC 326 on Saturday, and on both those press conferences, Dana White addressed the whole Max Crosby thing, and he told all of us that Max and him totally talked. Max said he just paid off his house. There's no way in hell he's moving out of Vegas. He's going to be traveling and all that stuff. He's keeping his family here. He's He's going to keep his base here. So when I was hearing that during those press conferences, I was thinking as a Raider fan, I was like, this is great. That means worst case scenario, Max will be back here in like 3 years, right? Awesome. That's great. Sounds good to me. Fine. But for this to happen, in my honest opinion, I think the Ravens were getting their ass kicked by the fans, and they have a new head coach, and they went from, oh, hey, we should be a Super Bowl team to, oh my gosh, we might be picking in the top 10 because, you know, you lost Linderbaum. Like think about, okay, look, I'm going to read this for you guys who are listening to us right now. This is all the people they lost, including Max Crosby. Okay. So they had Max Crosby, lost Max Crosby. They lost, basically John Harbaugh took all his players. He was like, hey, y'all, do you want to come with me and play with me for the Giants? Right. That's basically what happened. So Isaiah Likely went to the Giants. Patrick Ricard went to the Giants. A.D. Washington went to the Giants. Jordan Stout went to the Giants. And then the other guys, Charlie Kohler went to the Chargers. Jake Hummel went to the Texans. Alohi Gillum went to the Chiefs. And Draymond Jones went to the Patriots. And then we got Lindenbaum, right? So while all of the things were happening, they probably, honestly, because there's going to be reports, I bet you, man, I bet Roger Goodell will get involved too. There's going to be reports where they're going to be like, hey, man, these guys totally got cold feet, and they're lying because they need those picks. And who are they going to sign? How are they going to do this? How are they going to? I mean, they might need to damn near use that 14th pick for a center, bro. Like, honestly, because they lost Lindenbaum, right? So, yeah, in my opinion, it all worked out for the best. Max posted on his Instagram, his feet up on the private jet on his way back home, bro. The next post on his story is CJ, his agent, talking about, hey, man, everything's going to be all good. We're going to be ready. So I think that whatever bad blood that report that I think Victor Four did, and, hey, this has been going on for 2 months. Look, 2 months ago, gentlemen, 2 months ago, I can understand where Max may be feeling a certain way. 2 days ago, though, after what Max has just saw us and what Spytek's doing, acting like a boss, I'm pretty sure Max is on his way back home thinking, I could do something with this team. I could do something with this squad. This is a pretty good
Angelo,
squad I got a good squad.
I know I'm going to get scolded on the next show I do. You know what I mean? Tonight, I know I'm going to get scolded tonight on Ben's show. I already know it because somebody said I was jinxing it because I said this would happen. I literally called this.
You said that Max would come back?
I said that the possibility of Max coming back is a strong possibility because he can't pass the physical. You have to be able to pass the physical to be traded. Right. And the Raiders knew. Look, the funny thing is the Raiders knew he wasn't going to pass no physical.
So you think this is Spytek being Spytek, where he's like, no, I'm gonna give you Max so I can steal Lindenbaum.
No, listen, Angelo, let me finish. I think this is Spytek playing a grown man's game. If you want to be the fool and offer me 2 first rounds, which is the highest offer I'm getting for Max Crosby, fine, I'll take it. Now you got to pick up his $30 million contract. You don't have that money that you was trying to offer Tyler Lindenbaum. You don't have it. So now what? I need a center. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take, because opening signing day is Monday. The scheduled physical for Max is on Tuesday. I'm going to go ahead and put my bid in for Tyler, and I'm going to outbid you. Knowing that even if you sent Max back, I still offered him more money than you could offer him. You were going to give him 3 years at $20 million a year, but you were only topping out at 70 because that's all you could afford. I gave him 81. So no, he's not changing his mind to go back to you sons of bitches. And I get my player back. You can have that shit ass 14 pick. I'm good. I built my team. And then on the other hand, you got Max sitting back at home yesterday looking like, hold on, What they doing? I don't think I want to leave. How do I get out of this deal? He talking to his agent. How I get out of this deal? If you fail your physical, you come back.
But isn't
think
the
I'ma fail my
physical though?
physical.
But hold on. But isn't the physical okay? So from what I understand with the NFL, the physical is just really like, like anyone can pass it if the team wants it, right? So the Ravens still could have been like, no, he's good. The physical's good, and then Max couldn't have been able to get out of the contract. That's what I'm saying is I think they got cold feet because they're basically screwed.
For all the drills they have to have you do, if you wince or squints at any point in time during them drills, you're in pain somehow and you don't pass the physical. So if Max has to do some cut laterals and he can't,
But he healthy
with a
because
straight face,
but what you talking
Tell him,
about,
Twan.
Dirty?
Tell
What you
him.
talk? Hey, what you talking about, Dirty? He healthy. He over here jumping on trampolines and stuff, man. You already know he healthy.
No, but you know what, Dirty?
Let me see my face.
Hey, Dirty.
But this is where I get frustrated with it, right? And this is where I think this definitely does need to be investigated because let's break it down. Let's ask.
No, we don't need to investigate shit.
Let's
It has been said. It will be erased. That is it. We don't need to investigate nothing.
Let's add some
Let it
context
be.
to this. The Ravens only had 30 sacks last year.
Right.
You know where that placed them? You know what I'm saying? They were at the bottom of the barrel in regards to sacks last year. So they were desperate to bring in somebody like a Max Crosby. And to find out that they got played in the situation where we took their starting center and wasn't tripping about it because no matter what the situation is, we still got money.
Right.
Do whatever you want to do with Max Crosby. We got money. Oh, you want to fly him back? Okay, we got money for that too.
Yeah, we got money.
It does not stop our show. And that's where I love Spytech at this moment because Spytech is over here like, hey, I got money. What y'all got?
In all honesty, with their report, they fuck up the trade market for Max. So we probably not even interested in trading him now.
Nah.
Because other teams gonna try and lowball us on some shit.
Yeah.
So at this point in time, your best bet is to get Max healthy. If you really want to trade him, you trade him next year if the team don't produce. Which
Mid-season.
I highly doubt that's going to be the case. I doubt that. Look, bro, I can already see it right now. You know what I mean? Max on one side, Kwity Paye on the other, Nakobe Dean and Walker in the middle.
That's dangerous,
man.
bro. That's dangerous.
Bro,
On a
and
3-4. Let me tell you
Lee
something
Hunter?
right now.
And you draft Lee Hunter?
Hey,
oh
no,
man.
Look here. I mean, you won't like. I always draft O-line. I've been saying, hey, how long you known me for, Twan? Every year, right? First year, I was like, hey, you get Talisi Fuaga. We got Bowers. I'm like, all right. Right? Second year, I'm like, don't get Genty, man. Get Armand Membu. We got Genty. I'm like, all right. This year, bro, there are so many O-lines that would have dropped the 14 that I was like, oh, we're getting O-line. But now I'm a little bit with you, Dirty. Like, we could go best available player, go into that second round, because we obviously already know they're going to get Fernando
Mendoza. Go into that
Mendoza.
second round with Lee Hunter as your target if he's there. I got him projected at pick 39. That's where they got him projected.
Well, the other thing I was thinking, bro, is if we could trade back up somehow. I don't know how we would do it, but if we traded back up to go get if someone like, I was just thinking, if someone like Peter Woods dropped low enough that they could be like, oh, we can get this guy. Let's put Peter Woods right in the middle, right? But what I was gonna say is if Max can go with it, and you were reading me that beautiful in a 3-4, right, Nate? You got Kwity, Max, Nakobe, Quay Walker, right? I'm telling you right now, Tyree Wilson is gonna ball out because you put him at that at one of the sides of the three, and the one thing we know that Tyree can do is bull rush the hell out of people, but he's much more versatile. And let me tell you something: the contract year, y'all, is undefeated, and this is his contract year. He's gonna ball out. We're gonna get a 50-year option. So hey, how long have I been getting killed, Twan, for saying we are not getting rid of Tyree Wilson? I will guarantee it. And I'm going to be right, bro.
Dirty, check the private chat.
For sure.
He can set the edge for sure.
Yeah, he can set the edge for sure. Right, Nate?
Because I can't do it on my end.
Right, Nate?
Yeah.
And then think about it, Nate. So we kept Booker. So we still have Thomas Booker from last year. Remember, we traded for him. And then we signed him to a restricted free agency. And Booker stops the run, dude. He's a true nose tackle that stops the run, right?
He's undersized.
He's undersized, but he knows. But his technique is dope, dude.
I like to use him. Yeah,
his technique
useful.
is straight. Yeah,
good rotational.
Yeah, 2 down. He's a good 2 down. Definitely stops the run. Like that's what Booker's all about. But Tonka Hemingway, bro, we stole one right there. Tonka can play. And then we don't know what JJ Pegues can do yet, but maybe Rob does know. But Tonka Hemingway can play, and Jonah Lalau still there, bro. Like we're pretty good. We're like one rookie or one really good defensive tackle move away from being really good at a 3-4, man.
And I think that's and I agree with you. I think that's why, and I've been saying this, that second pick has to be D-line. You know what I'm saying? And that was when Max was here. I was like, if Max is here, we got to make Max happy and get somebody on that D-line. And especially now, since we have that 3-4 situation, we do need to address that nose tackle. So I think it's really clear that with that second pick, whether it's at 36 or we move up back into the first to, you know what I'm saying, to go get that guy, it has to be a nose.
Right.
Before
the
free agent frenzy, I was really looking at Rodriguez, and for that second round pick, I would have took him.
Linebacker.
Yeah.
But then now, how you feeling about it?
I think D-line for sure now. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's crazy because I like I said, the whole my timeline is I went in trying to get that 14th pick. Max Crosby was gone. You know what I'm saying? Everything went crazy on Max Crosby. And then I still did a mock draft, and this is what I ended up doing. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, Fernando Mendoza, you know what I'm saying? The 36th pick, that's Caden McDonald. Caden McDonald is a nose. Okay. He's a big body. Then you have Chris Johnson, corner. We need a corner. Safety. Okay. Over there with Bud Clark. Aiden Fish.
Was Lee Hunter gone?
Yeah.
Was Lee Hunter gone? He was gone.
Caden McDonald was there before Lee Hunter.
Lee Hunter better though.
Yeah, some people like McDonald over, and some it's vice versa on that one. Yeah. Aiden Fisher, you know what I'm saying? I said let's go ahead and dip on linebacker. I like Kalen Black at running back. We need somebody to back up Genty. Another safety, because I don't think Palomal is it, and I think we need some safeties in that room. I addressed the D line, and then this Eric McAllister is a late round big body wide receiver that I like. If you go take a look at him on his tape, I think you'll like him too, especially at where he's getting picked. So this is one that I just kind of took a little stab at. You know what I'm saying? Kind of addressing based off of the hypotheticals and things are not ink to paper yet, but what we kind of are looking at on our roster where we possibly go in the draft. What are your thoughts there?
Yeah, no, I mean, again, anything I guess we're just going to have to find out how it all goes, but I honestly believe that this is the perfect time for when Max comes back home. If he really did have beef with Tom Brady, right? Let's say they really did have beef. This is a good time for him to like just put it all aside, man. Let's just look, man. Can't we all just get along? All right, like we trying to win here. All right, we're trying to win. And Max, the fans love you, dude. The fans love you so much that they were like, you know what? We're happy that you're gonna get a chance. But we just built a team that actually will have a chance. And I want you to keep in mind, brother, if you stay with us, Max, in 2 years, the Super Bowl is right here. We got a nice little 3-year window of getting there. This season would be year 1. And if this season doesn't work out as well because Fernando's still trying to figure stuff out, then next season, but by our 3rd season with you and everybody, because all of them contracts were 3-year contracts, right? Like, this is a team to build around. This is a fun team. I don't know why you wouldn't want to play when you have the coach. Rob Leonard, now your defensive coordinator, and that's your favorite coach, right? Like, there's so many reasons for you to stay here. Hey, Dana White's your mentor, bro. You train in your boxing and you're fighting. You doing all that here anyways. Come on, brother. You don't need to leave, dude. You don't want to leave, Max. You don't want to leave, bro.
How does it go once you? What does it go? You don't know. You don't. No.
I was like, I know that one.
you don't know what you got till it's gone. Yeah.
You never know a good thing till it's gone.
Yeah.
Never know a good thing till it's
That's
gone.
exactly what's going on right now.
And Loon said what I said on another. I think it was on Dirty's Live. You know what I'm saying? It is Lockie Tassi, man. Like,
well, he's the offensive line now, though, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, we're trying to figure out a nose. Like, dude, the size of Vita Vea of Lockie Tassi.
You know what?
What is he, like 350?
Yeah, no, he's 370. They like cut him down to 366, I think. But he was bigger than that. He was like 400 when he started with us. The thing with it though is he played rugby, right? So he's super athletic. He's a big dude, and it's possible they could try to convert him to nose tackle, but I'll tell you why I don't think they did. If they wanted to do that, Rob Leonard would have the eye, right? But I think the whole team knows he might actually be better as an O-line. And let me tell you something. If he for real competes and he's good enough to be a guard, can you imagine him at left guard next to Colton Miller? Big body like that, helping out Lindenbaum. JPJ, man, Genty's going to eat, bro. Genty's eating behind all of that. So I think they just need to continue to develop them. I'm cool with DJ Glaze, guys. I'm good with it because Caleb Rogers, when he was coming out of Texas Tech, was playing right tackle anyways his final year. He's sort of a swing tackle. He's plug and play for as a guard. So we have a pretty good situation there. And then Charles Grant was the project, right? That's supposed to be the project that we're working on. We still have Dalton Wagner like on one of them developmental contracts. So I think our O-line's straight like right now. Like, I mean, not maybe it doesn't sound sexy, but I want to see what Rick Dennison could do with all of them anyways.
Yeah.
And I know that everybody's down on DJ Glaze because he was the worst right tackle in the entire league last year. But I'm just going to chalk that up to coaching. I think he just got coached poorly. But worst case scenarios, let's say he doesn't do good this year. We got Caleb Rogers anyways. Caleb Rogers is right there, right? We good.
I'd also throw some of that on Gino. So
yeah, and Gino, of course. Yeah.
One more.
They're good. And I'll tell you right, and I'll tell you, like, for everybody who keeps wondering how come the Raiders haven't made a quarterback move yet, they don't need to, man. Aiden O'Connell's in his contract year. Everybody knows we're going to take Fernando Mendoza, whether you like that or not. That's what's happening. And Aiden would be the perfect bridge guy to kind of train and also be the starter in the beginning of the year. And depending on how it goes, then you just plug in
what
Fernando.
Up, nice to see you, brother.
So,
yeah. Look, hey, you guys, look. Can I just give me a second, please? Please give me a second here. for every, and this is where I'm gonna lose people in views and all that stuff, but I gotta put it out there. If you are a player or a person that hated Geno and was saying F Geno, but was also cheering for us to tank, you can go ahead and go somewhere else, because you can't move the goalposts.
So breaking news. Max Crosby wants to restructure his contract.
Bam.
Welcome home, buddy. Welcome home. Can I do this real quick? Twan? So I was there for the Commitment to Excellence dinner. Got a chance to meet with Max a little bit, bro. When you were giving your speech and you were getting teary, I felt like you were kind of saying goodbye to us. And let me just say that let those tears be tears of joy, because welcome home, bro. Welcome home.
Nah, he's got to walk that walk of shame. Yeah, he's got to.
No,
shame.
bro.
Hey, he did say flock. He did say flock nation. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We gotta hold him to that. You know
we'll take him back. We gotta fuck with him. We gotta fuck with him.
He did say flock nation.
Max, in my eyes, all is forgiven, brother. And that was just business. Yeah, all is forgiven. Welcome home. Welcome home.
He got to earn his stripes again. I'm sorry. He said flock nation too fast.
No,
he could have waited after the physical to say flock nation. You know what I'm saying?
Talking too much, bro. Yeah. Talking too much. Shut up.
No, we good, Max. I already forgot what you said, bro. I don't even remember.
hey, he got amnesia, dog. He got Max at what is that? Max derangement syndrome. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh man.
But hey, look. I'm tired of these people. I'm tired of these folks, and I'm gonna go back on my soapbox. I'm tired of these folks that was cheering for Tank, but then they hating on Geno. What? Everybody talking about blame Geno. People posting videos blame Geno, but then you.
Nah, yeah.
Why you mad at Geno for helping us get the number 1 pick?
That's your hero, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like how make it make sense to me. How can you hate Geno but also be cheering for the Ravens?
I don't even try to make it make sense to me. I don't like thinking that. No, yeah. I'm not down with tanking. I'm not down with Geno.
But because I was seeing, I'm like, because I sit back and watch. I'm like, you over here making videos cheering for tanking, but then you hating Geno.
It's just a cool thing to do.
How does that make sense? Wouldn't it be like, hey, Geno, keep doing what you're doing, dog? If that's, I don't know. Like it, look, that's why you ain't gonna see that over here on this channel. Make sure you guys hit that double tap that screen, hit that like button, and subscribe. You know what I'm saying? I got some brothers on here that is giving out great content. They be doing they thug thizzle late night, early night, any night. You know what I'm saying? Any day. So make sure you subscribe to them also. I know I got some deacons in the chat. Make sure you put their links in the chat. I want to ask you guys this question. I know I talked about the guys that I think for sure are in-house that we take care of and the trades and stuff like that. But outside of that, what free agency guys, potential guys that we're bringing in that you're very high on?
Like I said, I've said this before. I'd like to get a right tackle, but I think they're comfortable with Glaze right there, and Grant coming up. Maybe addressing it in the draft. I don't know how they're going to approach it, but I guess they save some money by not getting a tackle right now. But I think there's a couple options.
Well, think about this too, Nate. Like probably someone like Markel Bell, 6'9" from Miami, the big boy. right?
Yeah.
He's probably going to drop dude today, day 2 anyways.
Yeah.
You know, we could use our third or maybe our fourth pick on that kid, right? But but I still think that we're good for now. I did want to say though, before we talked about who else we could get, I think one of the coolest free agency deals we made, and hopefully the ink dries on it, was Jalen Naylor, bro. I mean, if you guys are fantasy football people, Jalen Naylor, he's about to eat in this offense. He's exactly the guy that a Clint Kubiak system will totally use. And honestly, I think Trey Tucker, he's on notice now. This is his contract year. He's on notice. Like, hey, man, you got to either ball out, but this is the Jalen Naylor position. Because I think that Jack Bech being a second-round pick, they're gonna use Jack.
Would you say that he's on the same level as what's his name from the Seattle in Jigba? Egler?
Man, it's hard to say, but I can see in Jigba-ish. You know why it is, right? I think that his talents was kind of being sidelined a little bit because he had to play with Jordan Addison and Justin Jefferson, right? And then if you think about last year, let's not forget that J.J. McCarthy was ass. But he sure threw to Jalen Naylor caught a lot of his balls, bro. So if Jalen Naylor can catch those balls, imagine what kind of what Fernando will get. And that's Fernando wants that. Like Fernando, I think Jack Bech is gonna do really well because he'll be like the Cooper Kupp. And I think that you needed a Jalen Naylor to stretch the field, right? We still have Dante Thornton that can help kind of play with this offense. But, and the other thing, too, I'll say, Nate, is I think Michael Mayer is going to have a huge year for us. Because Clint Kubiak runs a lot of a 12 personnel, and he likes to use tight ends anyways. And I think this is also a contract year for Michael Mayer. So I think Michael Mayer is going to ball out, and we're probably going to end up renewing Michael Mayer, too. So it's fun, man. It'll be fun. It'll be fun.
I hope you're right because I kind of gave up on Mayer. I
don't. He needed to be in the right system, bro. He needed to be in the right system with the right coaches. He needed a quarterback that could get it to him, right? Year 1 and year 2 was kind of weird for him, right? So no, man, I'm giving Mayer a pass. Giving Mayer a pass.
For me, jury's still out on Naylor. I know Naylor, you know what I'm saying? I watched his play. I think he's definitely a solid wide receiver for us. I love that, he adds to our room. I'll say it like that, definitely. But what I like most about it is the contract. You know what I'm saying? When you start looking at all these other wide receivers that were getting contracts with the other teams, I'm like, dude, I don't know if I want to spend that much for a wide receiver, and to get him at the price that we got him, I think it definitely was a value pick, definitely for us.
For sure, though.
So in terms of like what other free agents are out there, I mean, honestly, bro, when Max restructures, depending on how much money we got left, currently right now, we'll probably get somebody that is a quarterback somewhere. Just have your little, them little quarterback competitions, Zach Wilson's or whatever, because you can't just go in. Right now, we only have at quarterback. I'm looking at, we only have Aiden. So obviously, we're going to need to at least have 2 more, just 2 more just to put into the squad, put somebody in the practice squad kind of thing.
Derek Carr.
Hey man, you know what's funny? I'm gonna tell you something right now, Nate. I'm gonna tell you something right now. And I was dirty. I was getting hella hate for this, but I'm being serious. You know how the great Bill Russell on his final year also won the NBA Finals as a player/coach. Why couldn't we have Derek Carr as a player/coach? We don't have a quarterback coach yet. You bring Derek Carr back. He knows what his role is. He's just there to really kind of help out. But he's also the emergency quarterback just in case.
No, if he comes, he's starting. If he comes, he's starting. Look,
I'm
gonna tell you this.
Take a back seat.
No, he's not taking the back seat, bro.
Okay.
If you bring Derek Carr in, you're bringing Derek Carr in to teach. You can't teach from the back seat.
Oh, I see. I see what you're
You
saying.
know what I mean? You cannot teach from the back seat.
Right.
You know what I mean? So he's not going to be the backseat to nobody. DC has already said it, and I believe it. I believe it until I don't. He is not coming back unless that team has a bona fide chance of winning. And that's any team that he plays for. If they don't have a chance in God's green earth of winning, he is not playing. He's not coming back. Because all he cares about right now is a Super Bowl. He don't care about nothing else. All he cares about is a Super Bowl. And if the team is not looking like they even have a shot at the Super Bowl, he's not playing. So if DC does come back, just know that he sees a playoff team like I'm starting to see a playoff team.
Well, the parts are there. We got to see how it all blends together. Right? That's why
staff is there.
Yeah.
The players are there. Now we just got to put it all together and make it produce on the field.
That's why, right? Dirty, I'm always very realistic. I was telling you, like this year, even with what I'm seeing before Max, because I thought Max was traded, I was like, I'll be cool if they won 6 games, 7 games. I'm good with it. As long as we're picking somewhere in the top 13, I'm good, right? But then with Max coming back, it changed my expectations. I was kind of like, we're gonna need to win like 9 games at minimum.
Well, every year I jump, every year I jump out of plane with a parachute. You know what I mean? Every year I jump out of plane, right? With a parachute.
Well, I'll tell you that. Right.
This year I'm breaking records. I'm breaking Red Bull records. I'm jumping off satellites this year. I'm jumping off satellites in space this year.
Look, Dirty. Look, listen. Look. I mean, I'm just trying to manage the expectations that Kenneth Walker signed with the Chiefs, right? The Chargers are building their O-line, and they have 2 really good running backs in Hampton and Kamani Vidal. Harbaugh doesn't suck. Denver is the one that I'm thinking they might be the one that slides back. So I think with the moves that we're doing, we just made the division probably the most competitive division in the entire league. But honestly, having said that,
Kansas City losing both their corners is going to hurt their defense.
That's true. Now, that's why I was like saying, that's why I was kind of like,
and they were already struggling last year.
Yeah. No, I'm with you on that too. But that's why I was saying is I still think it's going to be one of these kind of like seesaw battles where the winner of the division, because it's just really going to depend on how well the coaches do. Right?
I think Kenneth Walker should have went somewhere else because every running back that goes to Kansas City career dies there.
Right.
True.
Right.
So, I feel like that was a bad decision on his side. Somebody should have told him. Yeah.
Y'all hold it down. I'm gonna go check in with Ben.
Yeah. We about to wrap it in a minute. Hey. I was gonna get to the final question and then we was gonna wrap it up. But
yeah, I got you. Shoot.
Yeah. It goes back to the thumbnail. You know what I'm saying? How can we max out our value? You know what I'm saying, at this point with the team we have, and you guys can let people know what channel you guys, promoting and all that stuff too at the same time. So you guys go ahead and how can the Raiders max out, the value that they have right now with all the information that we currently have?
So how do you max out? Meaning, how do you get the most wins out of your team?
However you want to categorize it. I use Max's name, but it's just how can we, really build out where we are from where we're.
I think the Ravens. I think the Ravens screwed everybody in the NFL. You know what I mean? With this, I think they screwed because all the teams that were truly in on Max are not in on Max anymore because they had to pivot and they ended up spending that money that they had for Max with deals on other people yesterday.
Hey, well, ink hasn't dried yet. Ink hasn't dried yet, right? I don't know.
What happened?
The ink hasn't dried yet.
The ink hasn't dried yet, but you're not gonna look. Teams don't back out of deals unless players fail physicals.
It's bad business. I agree. It's bad business, and they should be fucking shamed. Yeah.
So players are the ones that usually back out of deals. You know what I mean? So, for me, like I feel like if you can't trade Max, you do everything in your power to get Max healthy. you allow Max to play with this team that you have. He deserves that, to have a core of players that can actually get it done around him. At least given the opportunity to try and go out there and, you know what I mean, get us to the playoffs and maybe beyond. You got to get us to the playoffs, right? But it's going to require a little bit more. They are going to have to pick up, another offensive lineman. They are going to have to pick up another corner. You know what I mean? As much as people may like Porter, I'm not 100% sold on him. So if we're gonna go with Johnson, you know what I mean, and oh boy, we just signed Stokes. We need to go out and get another veteran cornerback that is, of caliber to be on that other side to pair with this defense. You know what I mean? If we can't get a safety in the free agency, draft one. You know what I mean? There's 6 of them out there, 6 great safeties out there that you could pick up in the second, third round. You know what I mean? So for me, I feel like everything they're doing is everything I was expecting them to do, which was go out and prove that they can get the job. They can do the job. You know what I mean? But it had to be proven. So I feel like what they did yesterday, they proved that they are looking to win now. It's not, I want to win next year and a year after that. They want to win right now. They want to be relevant now. They don't want to be relevant later. You know what I mean? So even if it's just first, second round playoffs, maybe not Super Bowl, it's way more than what we've been achieving over the last 27 years.
Anything is everything. Here is better
Dirty,
than there.
please let them know the channels you have and all that stuff.
Natural Born Raiders podcast on YouTube, as well as whatever I'm streaming from right now that people are watching. I forget what that one is. It's AF2. You know what I mean?
Raiders something.
And then when y'all done over here with Twan, come find me over here at Raider Ben's channel, because I'm about to head over there. And yeah.
Thank you, Dirty. You already know. Appreciate you. Anytime you need me, you know where to find me, bro.
I appreciate
you. Nate, I'll let you go. I'll let you go, and then Angelo can help close it out with me tonight.
Yeah, no problem. I appreciate you guys. All that good stuff. You want me to answer? I answer the question.
Yeah. No, put it. Yeah. Go ahead, dude.
Okay. Just win. Just that's the first thing that came to my mind. We got to win. It looks like we're all in. I like this plan a lot better than last year's plan. It was outdated. The sleep seems a little more updated. So I got it feels better. But at the end of the day, we got to show to improve, and it looks good on paper, as we started the show earlier. It looks good on paper, but let's see what happens. It's unfortunate with the trade, and we didn't get the compensation that the first round picks, but I'll take Max back any day. So let's go.
You see, you already forgot what he said. See, Nate, you already forgot it, bro. Like, I don't even. Did you even? I
didn't forget. I forgave him, so I'm still gonna give him some shit. But yeah.
All right.
Hey, Nate, you already know. I appreciate you, man. Same thing. Anytime you need me, you know where to find me, man.
Appreciate you, brother. Thank you guys for having me. Good to see you, Angelo. Always.
Yeah, good to see you, Nate.
Peace.
All right, Angelo. Same question, man. How can we maximize the value that we currently have with the information that we got?
No, I mean, I think again, as long as if it's true that Max is really wanting to restructure, would be a smart move for him. Spytex, holding it down as the true boss GM. Clint Kubiak, everybody knows how good of a coach he is, but Rob Leonard is the defensive coordinator now, and Rob Leonard is Max's guy. Like, dude, what are you doing? Like, you're already familiar with the system. You would already be in-house as basically the main leader. Everybody wants to play with Crosby, bro. Everyone does. but in a 3-4 system, you're going to put that Georgia Bulldog, Nakobe Dean, and Quay Walker back together with Max, man, and Kwity Paye, Malcolm Koonce. Oh my gosh, bro, the rotation it's gonna be NASCAR style, bro. It's gonna be crazy, right? Like we're just gonna be like cover zero, like just go get them quarterbacks, right? So I think the defense, if you decide to stay, Rob Leonard, you already know he's a good coach. Even though this will be his first year as the defensive coordinator, we have enough senior coaches also in the building now that it'll help you move along. I think that you're going to do a fine job no matter how it is this year. But it's very possible with the talented group that we have that we're going to be a top 10 defense right off the gate, right? And now that helps a rookie quarterback. Certainly, if the rookie quarterback isn't ready to start day one, then we have the ability to have an Aiden O'Connell right there, So fact of the matter is, man, I think that Spytech, keep being the boss that you are, bro. Keep doing your thing. And then Twan, before we close out, I sent you a private chat. If you could also link those up for the group so they can check me out on the Boxing Channel and the Captain Jack. But yeah, man, I'm excited, Twan. I was happy for the news. I'm happy Max is back. So welcome back, brother. I never thought you left anyways. In my mind, you never left.
Give me a second to put that up. There goes one of them.
Cool.
Oh, and this is the Captain Jack one.
Yeah. The first one is the boxing one that I've been doing since the beginning of this year. Oh, you put it on private. You got to put it on the public.
I was like,
Yeah, no, you're right, Alex. I really hope that
that's the Captain Jack, and then
So if you guys, I'm usually there when the season gets going. Definitely the draft. Twan comes on too. We do the fantasy shows there.
Yeah.
But I've been I do 2 shows a week on the boxing one. That's if you guys want to know about combat sports, boxing in particular, check out that channel that Twan's about to put up on the comment section. There it is. Check that out. That's ATP Combat Media. You guys can get all your boxing knowledge right there. So,
all right. Hey, you guys, I appreciate you guys. You know what I'm saying? Angelo. Hey, Angelo, you already know what it is. If you ever need me, you know where to find me. I'm available for and then those that are listening to me, I'm always available. You know what I'm saying? So hit me up. You know what I'm saying? Don't be afraid. I'm available to you to help you guys out and help everybody out. You know what I'm saying? Talk about this good Raider news and all that good stuff. So Angelo, I appreciate you again. You guys, hey, make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button here at Raider Twan. We are on our way to that good old 1K, you know what I'm saying, of subscribers, and you need to be a part of that 1K. So go ahead and hit the subscribe button right now. Go ahead and do that. And if you're on a mobile device, go ahead and double tap the screen. That is how you like this, you know what I'm saying, this live. It helps us grow. It helps us move forward. And I appreciate each and every one of you guys came in. We had a big group tonight. And I thank all my panelists that came in. I had some guys that were supposed to come, but they didn't show up. I know they had some personal things they were trying to get through. But again, I appreciate everybody. Thank you. We'll be back probably sometime. What is this? Tuesday? We'll be back next week? No, not next week. I'll probably be back sometime this week. But definitely you guys hit that notification bell, because I also will be bringing up shorts and videos for each and every one of you guys to view. comment, ask questions and all that. And I do respond to all your guys' questions and comments. So if you send something in the video or short, it's me that's answering it. I ain't got no personal assistant or anything like that. So you ain't got to worry about that. So, hey, you guys, make sure you guys did I do everything that I need to do? Yeah, I think I did. And I'm going to keep Angelo on the screen, and we're going to go ahead and roll up out of here when I say what I need to say, because I say it all the time, and I actually do mean it. Let's play JPJ.
Yeah, no, I can definitely help you out with that. Anything else? No? Just always remember, go Raiders.
And remember, you're a blessing. Be a blessing to someone else. And let's go! Max Crosby and the Raiders.
What up, Lo? What up?